So, pivoting to your own family, just tell me about your family. Like, who is your family?
My family is my fuel. My family is my motivation. My family is my inspiration. So my wife, Michelle, she is a nurse manager. She's from California. So while I was an undergrad at NC State, she was an undergrad at Shaw University in Raleigh. Me and her roommate happened to work together at the YMCA. We were hanging out one night at a gospel concert. I took her home to her dorm. She was like, "Hey, that's my roommate, Michelle." "Hi, Michelle." "Hi." That was it. 15 years later, I realized the roommate was good friends with a mutual friend of mine. And I'm like, man, I didn't know y'all knew each other. And so we reconnected. And one of her first questions was, "Do you remember my roommate, Michelle?" My response, "No." So next thing you know, she's meddling and connected us. And so 15 years after an initial, "Hey, how are you? Hi, how are you?" Man, we started dating. 10 months later, we were engaged and married.
Wow, yeah. That's crazy. 15-year gap between the first hello and really it sounds like the rest of your life. Do you have children?
Yeah, so from that marriage, we got married in 2011. The first couple years were tumultuous in the fact that we lost 5 babies, actually. So we would get pregnant, lose a baby, get pregnant, lose a baby. We lost 5. And then the Lord finally blessed us to conceive, and we gave birth to our son, Josiah, in December of 2016. But what's beautiful about all of that is while we were 8 months pregnant, I'm principal at Cleveland Early College High School in Shelby, and I'm doing lunch duty. My cell phone starts to buzz. It's a text message. I respond to the text. I'll call you back after lunch. So I called the lady back, a lady who was familiar with our story. She begins to share with me that her daughter's pregnant. They're in no position to have the baby. Baby's supposed to be due in January. Well, actually February. Baby's supposed to be due in February. And they were wanting to know, would we take this child? And I'm like, oh my gosh, really? So I called my wife. We scheduled a family meeting. We agreed. The mother wanted a closed adoption. So yeah, so we're at home January 22nd. We're in the bed sleep around midnight. Cell phone rings, and it's the grandmother telling me I need to tell my wife she needs to get over to the hospital. So my wife gets there, and by the time she puts her purse down and her coat, she turns around. The nurse is handing her a baby. So yeah, so we bring her home from the hospital. So we call our 2, they're twins. In my eyes, they're my babies. They're our Irish twins, born with it. They're 6 weeks apart. But listen, unless you ask, they're twins. And so the Lord gave us 2 babies when one, we had none. So we went from none to twins. Amen. And we're excited about it. So they're our joy. They're 7, and we love it.
That's fantastic. What a great story. And, I can imagine they're 7 right now.
Yeah, Josiah just turned 7. Lauren will be 7 in January.
Do you have like a favorite memory you've made with your kids so far?
I do. I have 1,000 of them, but one in particular. So I don't know if you guys see this white beard. So this white beard is very special to me in that since 2019, I have been Santa Titus Hopper, the Black Santa. We've been all over the nation, Santa. Matter of fact, October through December, that's our busy season. But the very first time I bought my own Santa suit, we were at home, we were watching Disney Plus. I see the Amazon truck pull up. I totally ignore the fact that my babies are in the room watching Disney Plus. So I actually open the package. I go to the upstairs restroom and I put on my brand new Santa suit, not even thinking my babies are in the media room watching Disney Plus. So next thing I know, the little door is opening and my little 3-year-old daughter's looking at me and I'm looking at her like, OMG. She sees me in the suit and she reaches up and she starts to feel the material. Then she starts laughing and she calls Josiah. Josiah comes and they're both looking at me laughing. And then she looks at him, she looks at me and she says, "Christmas Daddy." And I was like, yes, I'm Christmas Daddy. So to my babies, we've been able to preserve the creativity of Christmas. So my babies actually refer to me as Christmas Daddy.
Thank you for listening to this story from the Institute for Family Shine On North Carolina campaign. Hear the full story and discover how you can share your own by visiting our website at instituteforfamily.org.